Alright guys, breaking news flash, red alert, the whole lot. Alright, so this is Royal National Park in Sydney down near Sutherland. This is at Orderly. Last few weeks, our mate's been paddling his ski along here, had tree knocks 2 weeks ago. A boulder got thrown at him, landed behind the back of his ski. And then also we've also got a sighting, not a sighting. They're all encounters. They're not really sightings. From Stemmers Beach back from I don't know when it was, 20 years ago, and another one from the same guy. He was here. There's Morton National Park here, which is near this place, Narigra. They seen something here, or they heard something here as well. All right, so we'll go back to this one. All right, is there anyone in the area down here? Anyone had any sightings from around here? It's a good looking spot. There's been other sightings for the national parks years ago. We used to actually jump off a rock here. I think we used to jump here somewhere. Anyone from here used to jump off this rock here? It was pretty serious. It used to hurt. You had to wear shoes because it hurt your feet that much. Anyway, yeah, this is a good looking spot. I wish I knew what side of the river the rock come from. You'd think it would have come from this side. If you look along here, there's a good ridge line there. The Yowies would need fresh water too, so obviously here I'd say this creek could have a good runoff of fresh water. I don't know that area. I know the area, but I don't know it that well, the bush. But anyway, if anyone's from around here and they know anything about it, or they've had any sightings, they've got friends here, just message me. Like I said, all the ways to contact me are in the description of this video, guys. If you just scroll down, you'll see it. There's an email. There's my Facebook page, and then where you join the group. All right, we'll go and read. We'll go to Stemmers Beach when old mate was going fishing. We'll go and have a look at Stemmers Beach. All right, same thing, guys. If you've had any sightings from around this area, let us know. This will be sighting number 1469. We're getting up there. All right, so I've never seen one, but I've had two experiences. The first was back in '92 on the track to Stemmers Beach, south of Jarvis Bay, New South Wales. I was going fishing by myself at 3 a.m., walking along the sandy track, bare feet, with my headlight off, when something in the bush to my left started talking really loud and heavy footsteps in time with my own. I would stop, so would it. It matched every step I did. I turned my headlight on and could not see anything. My footsteps were making no sound with bare feet on sand. I spent my entire childhood running around the bush, barefoot, and I know only too well what wallabies and kangaroos sound like. And like I said, there was nothing when I shone the light. Anyway, it spooked me enough to bolt all the way to the beach, then spend the rest of the darkness looking back at the track. The next day, I told an older bloke that I fished with what happened, and he said to me that it was a goolgar. I said, "What the hell is that?" And he said, Yowie, Bigfoot. And then he went on to tell me how the local Aboriginal tribal leader who works with him painting houses and how they were taught as kids not to go in the bush after dark, or the goolgar will get them. So yeah, we've all heard that story about the Yowies getting them kids. I think it was just the scarums that had come home at night. But obviously they were out there as well, and they probably will get you. There is reports of people going missing and that. So, All right. Same. Anyone had anything from down here, guys? This is down near Jarvis Bay. I don't like the scrolling because normally when I do this, it ends my video. It's very painful to get it started again. I'll just do it slowly. It's a good looking place. All right, so there's the beach there. It's a good looking beach too. Is this Sussex Inland? Oh yeah, we stayed here. We stayed here at the we were here and there was all these boats at night fishing. We didn't know what they were doing, but they all had long prawning necks and long lights. So what they were doing when the tide went out here, you just anchor your boat here and just scoop the prawns up. Best prawns I ever got. We just sat there one night and we didn't fill an esky. We only probably quarter filled an esky. But there would have been a couple of kilos of prawns that we got out of there. They were the best prawns ever. That was there's like the Railway Union in Sydney own that a little caravan park along here. I don't know, I think it's just for railway people, I'm not sure. Anyway, that's that place. And this is where this place was. So if anyone's had any sightings around here, let us know. Alright, we'll move on to the third place, which is this place. And the Morton National Park's over here somewhere. Alright. Alright, second time was while I was spotlighting near Gira, which is next to the Morton National Park. Happened about 1 a.m. I was with a mate when we heard this thing howl, and for that sound to be so loud and for so long, it would need to have a massive lung capacity. Then it did it a second time, and we took off. Second time was about 20 years ago, and this, right, so that's that one. And then he wrote, the thing is, that mate that was with me has had half a dozen times in the last 3 weeks in the Royal National Park near Audley, with no one else around, tree knocks while paddling his ski. And one morning 2 weeks ago, he had a giant boulder land in the water right behind his ski. All right, so that where the ski run, that's that there, and this is where he's having the tree knocks as well. All right. Anyway, something I don't know what I was just thinking the other day. Anyway, guys, listen, hang on. If anyone's got any sightings, send them in, guys. All right. But something got me going the other day. Thinking the other day, I was like, why can't we find these things? Like seriously, why can't we get a good picture of one? It's crazy, eh? That's why no one. A lot of people won't believe us because there's just no photo. And until they see a photo, well, you wouldn't even know if a photo is going to be real now because there's so much bloody AI stuff getting around. But what, that's not the problem. Why aren't we seeing them? And how come they seem to know when you've got a camera? Like in my messages, and thanks to those people that have sent in all the messages on the channel. I should read something. They're saying like, I will get to them in a sec. They're saying you got to go out, don't take a camera with and then you've got to, I forget what the word is. I'll have to look it up. Hang on. All right, so I found this message. It says, never go out looking for Yowies with a camera. They hate humans with cameras and will become aggressive. Just go there and send out a message with your mind that you are harmless and don't have a camera. They know whether you are good or bad. It sort of makes sense. There's something going on, but I don't know how they know, but they do seem to know. You don't look for Yowies, you have to sense them. And then we've got a thing from some Indian fella. I won't get into that one. But thanks for the message. What else have we got here? We got old mate who's seen a Yowie back in Yeppoon in 91. He wants to actually record that message. So I know how to now. I did a practice. I was able to record a phone call the other day, but I do not know how to get it to YouTube from my phone. It's stuck in my phone. Like, I can listen to it. I can probably play it through this microphone or something. I don't know. I might try that later. And so yeah, he wants to tell about his story. He was up in Yeppoon, and yeah, I won't spoil the story. It's pretty cool. So in the next lot of messages is someone said, oh yeah, that was Sarah said, see part one. That was just about the not taking a phone in. Try train drive. See if any have spotted Yowies. Yeah, well, Stats and a few of his mates at Yowie Busters are train drivers. I don't know if that's how they got into looking for Yowies. They probably did. And then someone thinks the last thing you want to do is break a leg. That must be when I fell over this video. I slipped on rocks. After I was talking about shoes, like, it's just a coincidence that I was talking about shoes and I slipped over. So yeah, who knows if, I doubt if Yowies have anything to do with it, but you never know. Anyway, we're getting back to why we can't see him. Like, after all these years, now we got all these. We all do carry a phone. I know that, and I've tried taking photos of stuff, and I always miss it. So I understand that, but you think with all the people out there that have got all of these good night cameras, they're all out hunting all through the night through the bush. You think someone would have posted something by now, right? Anyway, I'll tell you what I was listening to. This is what we need to invent, guys. But we need to trick him. Because I heard another guy saying that he was on his quad bike and they'd throw trees so he couldn't get away in front of him. They'd snap the tops of trees off, throw them in front of the track in front of him, and block him off. And I thought, you know what? If he had cameras in his headlights or his blinkers of his quad bike, would they know they're there? And then the other night, I was listening to a podcast where someone was in the bush and they were it's in America. They were walking around in the dark, and when they put the light on, there was a Yowie standing in front of her. And I thought, that's what this is another thing we need to do. Can someone put a camera in a torch so it looks like a torch, right? But when you actually, like, if the torch is on, but when you turn that torch on, it actually films and records when that bulb comes on. Is it possible to do that? That's another thought I had. So that will be called the Yowie Chaser torch if we can invent that. All right. Anyway, still let me know why we can't see these guys. Why aren't we finding them? You think someone would be seeing them, eh? Why can't they be found? Is it because there's not many of them and there's a lot of bush? Is it because they do cloak and they can change dimensions? Or is it just that their camouflage is that good, they're just able to hide? Which is more like what I'm thinking. But then I've heard stories where people said they've seen them disappear right in front of their face. So, and they just leave like a little smoke screen and boom, gone. Don't know. Then you hear other people saying, no, they just like all animals do blend in with, like, some animals do have camouflage abilities, so they could have that. It's more than likely what they do have. All right, that's enough. Bloody screen turned off. Of course it did. All right, guys. Just remember, if you got any sightings, send them in. Tell me what you think. Why we aren't finding them. If you got any ideas how to find them, let us know. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.